Hello and welcome to the week's edition of Young Turks, Indian television's longest running show focusing on young entrepreneurs. I'm Shireen Bhan. Now this week we continue our focus on the growing education space. With almost 50% of our population below the age of 25, the education industry is poised to be one of the fastest growing sectors. Now as per a latest survey conducted by industry body ASSOCHAM, private equity and venture capitalist firms are likely to invest a whopping 4,500 crore rupees into the sector over the next 3 years. In fact, over 40 Indian education companies have successfully managed to raise funds in the last 2 years, and new startups are being registered every day. For investors, innovation holds the key. Education startups that can accommodate affordable technology into their products and services is what investors are placing their bets on. This is where players like our first guest, 39-year-old Altaf Rehmani, has a vantage point. But before we tell you his story, here's a look at what else we've got lined up for you on the show today. Watch Altaf Rehmani of Redbytes Software as he helps you learn on the go with his mobile apps. Subramaniam Vishwanathan of Harness Handy Touches, he bets on the cloud to digitize our classrooms. And on the YT Buzz, we take you on a hunt to find the country's best tech entrepreneurs at the Microsoft BizSparks India Startup Challenge 2012. Remember the good old days when your school life was all about books, notebooks, pencils and pens? Well, if Altaf Rehmani of Redbytes Software has his way, these could be things of the past. This Pune-based serial entrepreneur offers educational applications for mobile devices which cater to kids in the age group of 2 to 6. Now, Redbytes is hoping to revolutionize the way children start out their educational years. We think Altaf has hit upon a good idea, and so did the judges at the Microsoft BizSparks India Startup Challenge 2012. Redbytes was a finalist in the hunt for India's best product startups. Here's a look at Altaf's tablet for success. Nothing prepares us for success like failure, and Altaf Rehmani will vouch for that. Third time lucky, Rehmani returned to India from Hong Kong in 2009 to start Redbytes Software. With 15 years of corporate experience under his belt, Altaf started Redbytes after tough lessons learned from previous ventures like U-Shops, an online marketplace, and a testapart.com, an online website for technical testing. Not one to give up, Rehmani zeroed in on the idea of making learning fun for kids using interactive mobile educational applications.
We are big believers in early education. Plus, we know that by research, a lot of brain development takes place in the first 5 years of a child's growth. Number 3, we were all inspired by our own kids growing up with these new generation of devices. So for example, I was just amazed at how my daughter, a 2-year-old daughter, could quickly use the iPad, navigate through the iPad, and really learn through what the apps had to offer on that device. And within a span of 6 months, she started teaching her mom, she started teaching her grandmother how to use and navigate these apps. So it was simply amazing how quickly kids learn through these devices. And that really inspired us to turn the entire company around and start doing mobile application for kids.
Kids are keen to bite into Rehmani's idea and curious about how it works. Redbytes has developed more than 28 educational apps across iOS and Android platforms and claims to have recorded more than 80,000 downloads. Redbytes helps kids color and draw, have fun with numbers, learn about animals and nature, and understand the world around them.
We are one of the very few companies who is focused on creating a complete curriculum for toddlers. And I don't know, there are over 30,000 apps in the App Store, but very few companies are doing the kind of curriculum that we are doing. So that's first and foremost very unique to us. Secondly, we are trying to get the concept of games and educational learning into our apps. So what we are trying to do is really make education fun by making it more interactive so that the child is truly engaged while using our apps.
Redbytes makes most of its money from the sale of its apps like iKids, a program in which Redbytes partners with schools to create customized content for mobiles. With a large chunk of business coming in from schools in the Middle East, Altaf has managed to clock revenues of around 60 lakh rupees annually, and he is confident of breaking even in 6 months.
We generate revenue from our apps, which we sell in the app stores worldwide. We also work with international publishers where we take their content and package their content so that it becomes monetizable on the mobile platform. We also partner and tie up with device manufacturers. So there are a number of players in India and abroad who are selling mobile tablets out in the market. We are partnering with some of these names, with some of these companies, and trying to pre-package our content onto their devices. And that is also a fantastic distribution and marketing channel for us.
Inspired by his kids, Rehmani uses his experience as a dad to refine Redbytes' offerings and stay ahead in the game. With an eye on growth, he's keen to team up with international publishers to give Redbytes access to newer markets. Well, Altaf here is hoping kids buy into the Redbytes way of learning. Time for us to take a quick break here on Young Turks, but when we return, we continue our focus on new age education tools with the story of Harness Handy Touch.